Welcome. All zero of you in this live stream. Welcome. All zero of you. There's another one in the live stream. Come on, man. It's never been this early that someone has jumped straight into my live stream. So we're gonna give you another one. I don't know who that person is. I don't know where that person's from. Hopefully they're not coming in there to say, oh God, it's the same red tie. Hopefully they're not coming in to report me and then get my channel struck off and all this kind of nonsense. Like they did to my other video with Granite Shaka. But if they are, which it looks like they are, genuinely coming in to support me, to look at the value in this video, I have nothing but appreciation. And to get someone in this early in the blood clot live stream, you know, I appreciate it. I just only appreciate it. Yeah, no, it makes me really happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is. So no, I really appreciate it. If you really could do me a favor, and just give me some feedback. Anyhow you want to give it. You can put a message, you can like, you can dislike. If you got my number and you know me personally, feel free to send me a WhatsApp message. I'll come on there and I'll have a look, and whatever you want to talk about or whatever points you've raised, I'm more than happy to address it. But nothing but love and appreciation for anyone who even bothers to come in on this live stream. So that's that, okay? And, you know, it is the long bank holiday weekend. And let me get into this properly. So for anyone who's new here, I'm Marcus. I specialize in informing people what to do with their money. I've done that for almost 2 decades now. And in addition to that, though, I am a retired corporate professional, retired professional athlete, retired roadman, migrant, refugee, son, brother, boyfriend, and I'm here to help you live the business class lifestyle. Would everybody aboard this live stream please brace themselves for landing into the business class lifestyle? And business class lifestyle is a term that I've coined. I've kind of relayed some of these terms to the coach classes of a plane. So where you've got effectively your entry level, which is given to you for free, economy class. Then you've got also your premium economy class. So in terms of life, health, wealth, and relationships, if you go economy class is given, you've got a given base level of health. That's something you don't have to do anything for. And there's nothing wrong with staying there. I mean, you know, it's not necessarily a negative. Even maintaining the economy class takes something, right? But you're effectively given a base level of health, wealth, and relationships. Premium economy is when you've done a little bit of work. You may have just decided not to always stuff your face at McDonald's. You may have decided to get yourself some kind of a job, and you may have also decided to fall into some kind of relationship. We're not just talking about romantic, we're talking about also the workplace, and you're just in them. Now, when you've done a sustained bit of work for a period of time along health, wealth, and relationships, you will see that your life has changed in terms of the options available to you. You can stay at business class level. We're talking, you know, you're earning maybe in the top 15, 20%, maybe even 10% of earners. For example, you've even got money that comes in without you having to work for it. In terms of relationships, you've got a good working relationship. You're not one of these guys that hates work. You find it okay. Could you not work? You probably still have to. But the situation you got yourself into, it's a good one in terms of the bang for your buck, and the job is something that you'd actually don't mind doing, and you get remunerated in terms of an overall compensation package. We're not just talking money, we're talking other benefits, such as maybe if you want to, you've got children, some flexibility around your working style, but effectively your work situation is patterned, and also your relationships with your family, with your wife if you have one, girlfriend if you have one, boyfriend and husband, whatever situation you're in. If you don't even want to use those terms, whatever situation you're in, that is also patterned in a very good way, to where you're all kind of complementing each other in great lines of communication. And obviously, health. So you kind of got yourself to a higher level of health where it's noticeable. People can see that this person is actually in good shape, looks after themselves. And I genuinely believe, to go from economy class in the areas of health, wealth, relationships to business class and live the business class lifestyle is something everyone can actually achieve. I don't think it's alien. I think it's within us. I think, we can all get there. There's another level, don't get me wrong, there's that first class level, and I think there's an element of just being God-given with some additional skills and abilities to get there. But at business class level, you don't need to be there permanently. You could go in and out of first class. You can get a per class ticket if you want to. You can go right the way to economy. It could be a short haul flight. You don't want to be paying top dollar if you're going 2-3 hours to maybe Spain or something like that. You've got the option to go between those ranges, and that's what business class lifestyle is all about. You've created options so that you can live in a more comfortable life, and we promote that lifestyle here on this channel. But a little bit more personally to add to that. So we've gone through all of, what I do for, living and all that kind of stuff, corporate world, athlete, roadman, all that kind of stuff. But I am, you heard it here first, I am the original source code. That's right. I am the original source code. I come from the motherland. I'm made from the ground. I come from the source, okay? I am the original source code. So there's going to be a lot of elements to some of the things that I touch on that will be unique, I suspect, or, I prophesize to my situation. I was born and raised in West Africa to West African parents and have the traditions from that background. So that's why I call myself the original source code. So now we got all of that out the way. Today's show, we're going to be looking at 8 reasons why you're not getting what you want in life. Yep, 8 reasons why you're not getting what you want in life. See, right now I'm getting everything I want. See, I've got someone in the chat, and it's not me. I know I'm in the chat, or I'm in the live stream, because there's 2 people. I'm always going to be that number 1, but someone else is in there, and that's giving me what I want. And if that person's happy to, they've been here for the 10 minutes this has been going on now. If that person's happy, we can do this all night long, baby. All night long. All night. We can go all night long, I don't know if they're trying to compete against me now, because they've been in here for so long. Typically, no one comes here from the start and finishes. If this person comes in here from the start and finishes and does it with me all night long, if they can keep up with me all night long, Hey, that's what she said. That's what that all night long business. That's not me. That's what she said. But if this person in the chat can keep up with me all night long, I would really appreciate it. And feel free to throw in comments at any stage. This show is about 8 reasons why you're not getting what you want in life. Okay. So we're going to do this, right? And it's not going to be in a particular order. So there'll be no order to it. Okay. We're going to run through this top 8. Okay. So number 1 of reasons why you're not getting what you want in life. Number 1 is you are a liar, and you are actually not going for what you want in life. You're actually going for what you think you can get. I'm gonna repeat that. One of the reasons why you are not getting what you want in your life is because you are not actually even going for what you want. You're a liar. You are going for what you think you can actually get. So you're seeing opportunities of what you actually really want. You're seeing the man, the husband that you would like as part of your family. But instead, you're going for another person who is low grade or just easy. I'll put it another way. Easy. You're going for an easy man, thinking that because the situation you're in or how much effort you want to put in or for whatever reason, you're going for that easy man because you think you can get him. See, you're not actually aiming for him. What you really want is a top level man, yeah, a business class man, for example, right? But for whatever reasons, maybe the difficulty, maybe past experiences, maybe you've had some trauma. For whatever reason, you have taken it upon yourself to actually go for something that you think you're going to be able to get. And then you get yourself in that situation. And guess what? You haven't got what you want. Well, of course you ain't got what you want because you didn't go for what you want. You went for what you think you could have got. You got to be real with yourself on that one. You got to be. I mean, I've been there myself. In terms of sometimes. So there was a stage where I was an assistant, and to be quite honest with you, it worked out in some ways because I was a highly qualified assistant and I was getting paid very well as an assistant. But did I actually want to be an assistant? I had to almost take everything else that came as a benefit to my situation. Oh yeah, I don't have enough. I don't have the same level of responsibility as the main person or the front office person, because back here, if they complain, I don't have to deal with it. I can hide underneath the desk, and I can sleep. No one's watching me. I don't have to face the music. If anything happens from a risk perspective, they're not going to come down on me. It's going to be the guys who I'm supporting. It's going to be the lady who I work with. You're trying to hide, but really, all of those are just excuses for you not going for what you really want, is to be the main guy or girl doing that front office role. And that's what happens to a lot of us. A lot of us, we lose out in life, not because we set a goal that we really want to achieve and we go for it and maybe fall short of it and find another kind of avenue to achieve what we wanted to do in another way. But actually we lose because we set a very, very low goal and bar. And guess what happens when we set that low goal and bar? We ran right into that low goal and bar and we hit it, but we haven't won. We've just reduced what our expectations were. And now we're stuck in a reality that we didn't actually want. You need to get that out of your life. You need to get that out of your mind frame. That cannot be how you're operating. You can't be operating on trying to go as low as you can without dying. No. You need to focus on upwards. If that's what you want, you're gonna have to put the whole damn thing on your line. I'm not gonna try and say this and that and that. People might start calling me one of these hustlers that work. I'm not even saying that it's gonna even necessarily take more work. It's a mindset shift from basically feeling like you belong and deserve exactly what you want, so that you don't do yourself dirty by looking at things that you don't really want, right? And then actually getting them and then being like, oh, well, now I'm stuck. Now this is pain. Now this is agony. Well, you put yourself in there. Instead of actually going for what you wanted, which would have been what you wanted, you went down there because you thought it would be easier, or you thought, I can definitely get this, so I'm going to try and get this. I know these girls here, yeah, they're the easier ones. So I know I can definitely get more time. You'll even get rejected. More time it's the guys that you have settled for that end up doing you dirty. More time. Let's be real. Let's be absolutely real about it. So that's the reason number one, where you're not getting what you want in life. It's a simple thing. You are effectively not even going for what you want. You're going for what you can get. Okay. All right. You're getting warmed up in here. I always forget this. So you can crease up at me and laugh. I want to stream for. All right, calm down. All right, okay. So you don't have to laugh at me that much. I want to stream for about 35, maybe 50 minutes. This is I don't really know what the technical term is, but it's something that measures time, and you can see that time is running out because, contrary to maybe what you might believe, that clock that goes around like that doesn't mean you get your time recycled. This is what's happening to your time. It's actually running out. Put that over there. There we go. Okay, so reason number two why you're not getting what you want in life. Throw one of these out there. Give me the most easiest, blatant, obvious reason why you're not getting what you want in life. I'll give you some time. Reason number two why you're not getting what you want in life. You don't know what you want. You know what? This needs to be something that you do at least once before, I would say, definitely before age 25. You need to do this at least once before age 25. The sooner you have the reflexivity to do it, it will benefit you. But you need to do something once in your life. You need to go and spend some time looking and analyzing yourself, going within yourself and figuring out exactly what you actually want. Because I've been in the consulting business for years and 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 years, and I've also been a real human being for years and 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 years. Okay, I'm going to take you back to my consulting days. So rule number one for me was always, obviously, look, the most important thing in terms of finding solutions for people is you've got to be able to listen, right? You've got to be able to communicate too, but you've got to be able to listen, okay? And what you find a lot of the time is that someone is saying that they want one thing, but what they're actually saying, like when you've looked at, or let's say you've written down what they've said, when you've written down what they've said, just that piece of paper and the writing on that piece of paper actually says they want something else. Okay? Like someone could say they want X, but what they really mean. So you got to listen to exactly how that person's communicating with you. Hi, yeah, I'm leaving because you're too expensive. That's what they said. What they may have meant was that you are too expensive because of the services that I'm receiving. It's not necessarily that you're even too expensive. It's just the value is not what it is. I've got the money. It's just the value that you're providing is the issue. And again, back to my consulting days, probably about 70-60% of the time, whenever I spoke to people, clients, it's very hard sometimes to articulate what you want. And a lot of the times, what you say and what you really want deep down are two completely different things. I say that all to say, you need to spend some rotted time analyzing yourself and deciphering exactly what it is you want, so that you actually know exactly what it is that you actually want. Because some people say, for example, they want a family, but really they just want children. They don't want a man. Another example, some people, for example, say, I want to be a famous, or I just want to be a footballer, right? But what they really want is to live that lifestyle, right? Nothing wrong with these things. But then when you actually know what you want, the way to actually go and get it then changes. And that's why that is one of the biggest reasons why you're not getting what you want, because you don't know what you want. So you're doing something random which you think it's taking you to what you want, but that's not even what you really want. So what is very important here is to be very, very specific about what you want and what you're trying to go for in your life, whether it be a goal in the area of health, wealth, or relationships. These are the three realms that I speak about. But essentially, whatever it is you're trying to go for, you need to be specific with it. Okay, otherwise you can get absolutely lost in the source, and that's one of the reasons why you're not getting what you want in life. Okay, reason number 3 why you're not getting what you want in life. No particular order, these are just, there's not in an order of importance or anything. And big up man in the live stream or gal in the live stream for still staying with me. I'm really starting to think that it's something to do with the authorities or something like that. They've been here for a while and they ain't even said anything. They even like the team, but you're hanging in there. So, I've got nothing but positive things to say for now. But, like the team, man. Like the team. For me, like the team. Okay, reason number 3. Reason number 3 why you're not getting what you want in life is because you do not have any idea of what it takes. You're fighting in the dark, man. You have no idea. A lot of you set these goals and you have no idea that the foggiest of what it takes to go from A to B. So you're losing. You're fighting in the dark. You think you're going forward. You went left. You did a left and then you were supposed to go backwards. You don't know how to go from A to B, and that's a massive problem. And this is where you need things like a circle of influence, a good environment of people that are like-minded, that can drive you forward. Many people that have been battle tested, been there, done it, to guide you along the way. You need things like mentorship. This is not a joke. Mentorship is real. Role models, people that someone that looks like you, that is or has come from where you've come from and is doing what you want to do. You need to get in touch with these people. You need to find them. You need to link up with them. You need to absorb information from them. Information is everywhere now. And if you're walking around thinking you can just float through life and, you don't have any guidance, you don't have, any idea of what it takes, that's going to be a big problem. I guess another issue there is, how do I know I don't know what it takes? See, because sometimes it's like, yeah, this is what I thought it took. So how do I know that, I don't know all the steps I need to take to go from A to B? Well, you know what? How about you just assume you don't know? You should start from there, because what you don't want to be doing is assuming you do know and then getting to the end point and you've been unraveled and everything that you've done has not taken you where you want to go. And I'll give you a little example. I always look at this on the plane, and this is interesting. So if I'm standing here and I need to go 2 million miles this way, which is north, right? And in 2 million miles later, right? If I start here and 2 million miles, I go 2 million miles north, 2 million miles later, I will be in South Sudan, for example, right? So I know exactly where I'm going. I know all the steps, and it's going to take me to South Sudan. If I maybe go a little bit to the right, a tiny weeny little bit to the right, after 2 million miles, I'm probably in bloody North Pole. It's you can get it this wrong, and it will just divert you massively from the goal and what you want in life. So it's very, very important to get that guidance and get that mentoring. Okay, in that as well comes parenting. That's part of the guidance. You know, it's a shame, but a lot of the times we're kind of fighting from a full start, almost like your parents they've set you back in some ways and respects, and I'll come on to that in terms of my experience as well. But in the workplace, it cannot be emphasized how much the element of mentoring plays in progression. It cannot be emphasized enough. It just cannot be. I'll give you an example. So one of my someone I know in an organization, they recently got promoted. I was onto that, congratulated the guy, you know, asked him what the process was like, and he put me onto some game. He said, not only do you need a mentor, but he also mentioned that you need a sponsor. Okay? Have you ever heard of a sponsor in the workplace? I'll let you think about that. See, some of you, when I say the word sponsor, you're thinking like some uncle with a pot belly sponsoring some girls or something. I don't know if that's what you're thinking. I really don't know. But in the workplace, a sponsor is a completely different element from a mentor. A mentor helps you with your day-to-day to go from A to B, but a sponsor actually speaks on your behalf at top level and effectively fights your case for whatever it is you're trying to achieve at top level. So if you're trying to achieve a promotion, let's say I sit on the executive committee, or I'm part of the leadership team within the managerial hierarchy. So let's just on a base level, we know that in big companies there's bosses upon bosses upon bosses upon bosses upon bosses upon bosses upon bosses. But let's just say there's a CEO of the company, then let's say there's a CEO of your department, then let's just say there's a 4 heads of departments, then let's just say there's 4 management leads into that, and let's just say below that there's another 4 times 4 team leaders, and then below that there's you. So there's you, team leaders, managerial heads, section heads, and then the CEO of your one section. So there's CEO of one section, managerial heads, mid-level heads, team leaders. You need to get to that mid-level heads, yeah? So below that mid-level head of department or whatever is a team leader, and then you need to, at the very least, get to that mid-level. At the very least, these guys can pull strings. They're like puppet masters. They can, you know. These are the guys that are responsible for someone who's done not anywhere near enough, let's say, in terms of their financials, or, you know, the companies typically they do now have wider goals in terms of behaviors, collaboration, how you impact diversity and inclusion, and all of that kind of stuff. Let's say someone's done 0 in all of that department, all of a sudden they're getting promoted. This is because they've got sponsors. This is a real thing. You might call it office politics, but this is just a standard thing that you need to really get onto that game. Sponsors. So these sponsors will not only let you know what the situation is in terms of trying to get what you want, i.e. they've got oversight in terms of who's going to get promotion, who's running, what sort of criteria it is. They've got all that oversight to basically put together a case and effectively promote you and what your goals are to the rest of that management team, who will decide who then gets promotions, bonuses, and so on. Sponsor, man. Get onto that game, because that is one of the biggest reasons why you're not getting what you want in life. You don't have a mentor figure, a sponsor figure. You don't know how to go from A to B. You just don't know what it takes. You don't have someone who's been there, done it on your side, and you need to get that in place. All right. We move it on to number 4 now. We move on to number 4, and the person in the chat is still here. Now, I wish I could do something for you. If there's anything I can do for you, just to show my appreciation, and I hope you're actively here. You know, you might be passively here. I wish I could call you out and say, hey, thank you very much. You know, but I appreciate it nonetheless. So we are now on reason number 4. That's it. Reason number 4, why you're not getting what you want in life. Again, some of these are quite simple, but you really need to take time to deep it in terms of how it affects you. And this one is a bit of a sad one. It is a bit of a sad one. It's one of those where you have to be real with yourself. You have to be absolutely real with yourself. And, you know, one reason why you're not getting what you want in your life is because you just don't have what it takes. Now, again, I have to take you back to what I was saying before about taking some time out at some point before the age of 25 to really analyze yourself and look into yourself. Because that's where this question, this dilemma of, do I actually have what it takes for this thing that I'm trying to achieve? I'll give you an example. Let's talk YouTube. Let's talk fame. Do you think that when you get to a certain level of fame, success, that it's all going to be honky-dory and you only have 100% fans? Do you think that when you get to a certain level of success, that family members aren't necessarily going to turn on you or maybe sell stories about you? Do you think that when you get to a certain level of success, that people who never had any interest in what you were saying are now taking an interest and perhaps even publicly slamming you or shaming you? Do you not think that when you get to a certain level of success, that people may crawl out of the woodwork to tell tales about you, to maybe try and drag you back down to their level? All of that takes a massive, massive toll on someone getting to a level where you've got so much scrutiny. I mean, I'll give you an example. I went into Spain to play football. If I get 3 people in this live stream, it's going to go nuts in here. Because I've only had 3 people in a live stream once. If I get 3 people in a live stream, it's gonna go off. It's gonna go off. They're gonna need to bring some kind of emergency services to sort me out, because it's gonna go off in here. I'm telling you. If 4 people go on and think, the whole thing's gonna get locked off. The whole thing's gonna get locked. But I'm telling you right now, if 3 people, if 1 more person sees this stream, is watching this stream, just sees this, clicks and jumps into the live stream, this place is gonna go off right now. Because big up viewer number 2, that's why I've got to call you now, because you've been here from the start. I don't know who you are, I don't know where you're from, but I've got nothing but love for someone who just comes in here and just soaks up the game. But if someone else comes in now and there's 3 people in this live stream, it's gonna go off. It's gonna go off like you've never seen before. But I digress. We were on the topic of, do you actually have what it takes? Because I'll give you an example. I went to Spain to play football, okay? And it was very, very difficult. Man, I remember the first couple of weeks, the first week, we just got absolutely body bagged in terms of the experience and what it means to be a professional. what it means to be a professional footballer is you're playing with people whose livelihoods are on the line game by game. It's not a joke anymore. Not only is the player's livelihood, or me as a player's livelihood, is on the line, but also what you've got on the line is the fans' livelihood, right? You've got the club's livelihood. You might even have the city's livelihood. If you're the big club in the city, your prosperity leads to the prosperity of the wider city in terms of revenue. It's like boxing is always in Las Vegas, okay? And if you've got these big boxers fighting over there, Las Vegas eats, it just boosts the revenue massively. Cinco de Mayo, which is coming next month, for example, for Canelo, it just does that, right? So it's a whole different shift, okay? Now, what happens on top of that is that there's an additional level of pressure, right? And when I went to Spain as a 21-year-old, with two of my friends, I was thrown straight into that. First game, no excuses. We didn't even have time to eat. It was siesta. We forgot. We didn't have any food. We had to played on empty stomachs. Had a stinker, absolute stinker. Next day, people throwing fruits at the house. People knocking on the door. Why? Por qué no goals? Why? What's going on? You guys are this. You guys are that. All kinds of abuse. I don't even want to talking about the isms and schisms and type of abuse that we're getting, but all kinds of abuse, right? And one of my friends, you know what happened to him? One of my friends, his face began to break out. He was so stressed. He was so uptight. His face began to break out in, I don't know, all these kind of weird kind of acne. And it was just getting, you could see it from the inside out, what it was doing to him. So the question is, do you actually have what it takes to get what you want in life? Because I'm telling you, not everybody's built for that. And you need to look at yourself objectively. And your situation might be that is a reason why you're not getting what you want. It's just simply because you just don't have what it takes. You've set yourself a goal, a target, a dream that you just do not have the minerals. And notice I haven't actually said you don't have the skill set or the physical attributes, because I believe in average skill, phenomenal will. Average skill, phenomenal will. Because your will is the only thing that can get you through a situation where you got 1,000 fans waiting for you outside to tuck you in because you didn't play well, or you're getting online abuse. Trust me, this is a really difficult thing. You can't just navigate that through talent. It's not going to be enough. You need to have phenomenal willpower. Okay, and you might need to sit down with yourself and deep what you're trying to do and just be like, hey, I'm out. Like this is a reason for me, or this is a reason why a lot of people just generally don't get what they want in life. So they just don't have what it takes, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's not a it's not a failure on your part. It's just you need to recognize that and either make the adjustments or just say, hey, this is not going to work for me. Otherwise, you can end up in a very, very bad place very, very quickly. Oh, the person's left now. They've gone back to YouTube to report. They've gone back. They've gone back to YouTube and they said, he's still got the red tie. He's got the red tie. He's got a pin. But there's no other content from anywhere. This is all original game. It's original. It's from the source code. He is the original source code. The original source code. I like that term. The original source code. I like that. The original source. I like it. Okay. So, reason number 5 of why you're not getting what you want in life. You are simply making too many unforced errors. You're making mistakes that are they're not needed for you to make. There's no need for you to be making these mistakes. You're effectively scoring own goals. That is not where you want to be. So I mean, a basic example in tennis, you can serve. I don't know the ins and outs of tennis, by the way, so maybe you can correct me. All 0 of you in the live stream can come and correct me. But in tennis, you serve, throw a ball up, you serve. Now you can do a false serve. So that's, please correct me, provide more detail. But that's where you either hit the net or you go outside of the marking zones that you're supposed to actually meet for it to be classed as in or valid. Okay. I just hear a lot of the time net. I hear that the umpire just be like net. So commonly it can hit the net and then it's like you've got to take it again. Now that is basically an unforced error because you could have just tapped it, avoided the net, and it would have gone in there. But obviously you're trying to make it difficult as you can for the opponent, and that's how the game of tennis works. But if you do too many of those in tennis, that's a point. That's a point. And one of the reasons why you're not getting what you want in life is because you keep doing too many of those. You keep doing too many unforced errors. You're making mistakes that are just not called for. There's no need for you to do that. You're getting 3 different girls pregnant. Like, what? You didn't need to do that. You didn't need to do something like that. You're bringing yourself into bad debt. You didn't need to do that. Like you're bringing yourself into bad debt because you've taken on loans and mortgages and spent the loan and the mortgage on depreciating assets such as stupid cars. And then you got the car written off as well. These are unforced errors. You didn't have to do that. That money you could have, it's hard to find lump sum. You could have saved up that money and that money could have been used to start a business. You don't have to get every bloody girl you see, you meet, you find somewhat attractive pregnant. You don't have to. You didn't use any precautions. You didn't take any precautions, okay? And there's a lot of these unforced errors that are building up to basically put you in a position where you now cannot get what you want because you've got all of these errors and situations and all these things that you've done that you didn't actually have to do, just dragging you back, and now you can't get what you want. Okay? So you need to try and, especially for men, more time for men, the first 25 now, because we're so stupid, maybe 30 years of our lives is best spent avoiding stuff. Like you're going to get yourself in a better position, not even necessarily by the things that you do, but the things that you avoid. And a lot of those things that you avoid should be unforced errors. Can't say it realer than that. Okay. Another reason why you're not getting what you want in life is because you've not prioritized that thing that you actually want. We live in a very fast-paced world. We're involved in so many different things. You might be a mother. You might also be a business person. You might also be running some kind of property thing. You might be someone else to someone. There's so many different things that maybe there's something that we really want to do, like learn that language or that career change. You just don't prioritize it. And you just keep procrastinating and leaving it and leaving it and leave. I could say the exact same thing about my YouTube journey. I've been leaving this for like 2 to 3 years. I've been talking like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this, man. I'm the man. I'm the man. I've got a great idea to start a YouTube channel. It'll be live streams, yeah. But I've been saying that for 3 years, okay? And the reason why I actually got so frustrated and just had to jump in and do this is because I kept on telling myself the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And I started listening to myself like an absolute fool. I was like, no way am I going to be one of these fools that just talks. No way am I going to be someone that can't put anything into action. No way am I going to sit there and not achieve the things that I want. I'm going to have to put these things into practice. But one of the biggest reasons why you don't get what you want is because you don't prioritize what you actually want. Yeah, you really want it, but then it's the fifth thing you think about in your day is that you're about to go to bed and you're like, you better not rotted snore like that. I'm telling you, not around me. But you see what I mean? You've left it till like the last minute when you're sitting there and you're sleeping and you're like, oh, well, I'll do it tomorrow. You need to prioritize the things that you actually want. That's a big reasons why you're not where you need to be. Let's look at it this way. How I set my day up is typically in order of the things that are important, right? If I'm at a stage where getting my health right is the main thing that I'm doing, that needs to start at the beginning of the day, okay? That needs to be you need to wake up and that's what you do, right? If the thing is maybe you want to progress at work, if that's the main focus, you need to actually start off and do a little this and that at work before work starts, and then get yourself in the groove. And then maybe later on during the day, you might go to the gym or lunch break or whatever, and then do some extracurricular stuff afterwards. But you need to put number one what you actually want, not leaving it to the last minute and then you end up leaving it for another day and another day and another day. It don't favor you that way, okay? And that's why you end up losing. That's why you end up not getting what you want in life. So number 7 of why you're not getting what you want in life, okay? This is a plain simple one. I'll give you some time to think about it and maybe guess this. Number 7 of 8 reasons why you're not getting what you want in life. You don't really bloody want it, man. You don't really want it. You don't really want it. You just talk. You don't really. You're all talk. You are. Go on then. Tell me something. You can't tell me nothing. You don't want it. You don't want it. You pretend you want it. You act like you want it. You don't really want it. Because a lot of times, it's going to lead to my next reason. A lot of times, most people are doing things and acting like they want things that they don't actually want. It's coming from someone else, or they just don't not even feeling it. They just sleepwalked into this situation where they think this is what they want. And a lot of the times that happens so often. They might just think they want it, but they don't really deep down want it. Yeah, and there's someone else that maybe wants it for them or wants it more for them, and you're following on blindly. And this leads into the 8th reason why you're not getting what you want in life. You're too easily distracted and influenced, man. You're too easily influenced. You got this goal. Yes, I'm going to start it today. I'm going to do this today. I'm going to do it every single day for X, Y, and Z. 3 days later, you're sitting there, you're sleeping, doing nothing. If you do that around me in the middle of the night, I'll tell you, you're going to get a boot out the bed. You do them funny noises around me, them snorting noises around me, I'll tell you. But it's the real. It's the absolute real. Like, you're too easily swayed off your goal. Like, someone else, your friend says, that's nonsense, that's rubbish. And then your friend says, you're only getting how many views? You've only got how many people in the live stream? Every time you jump on live, there's all 0 people in there. You're too easily bloody influenced and taken off track, man. You need to stay strong and stay focused, God damn it. All right? I mean, I'll give you an example, right, of where, you're basically don't really want it or somebody else wants it for you. And I'll give you an example of how someone else's influence can smash you up, right? So, me personally, right, for a long time, I had to kind of work with what my parents had given me, if that makes sense. So you're looking here at, let's say, for example, my mum, she's grown up in West Africa, Ghana, okay? And throughout her life, she had to help her siblings through things that your mum and dad should be doing. She had to do for her siblings at like 13, 12, just stuff that just almost erodes at your childhood. It erodes your childhood, right? And then from there, you're living through famines. This sounds like some crazy plague of the past. No, this is real. People have lived through famines, so there's no real food like that. You got to be a bit crafty to get food, essentially, right? It's not being produced in where you are for whatever reason. You might be in a political situation, there's an embargo. You just may be in a particular part of the world where there's nothing growing, and now you've got no food and you're in a famine. So, my mom has lived through that whilst basically mothering siblings, running around at a young age, working at a young age, and you're not even working for money, you're just working for food. You work all day and night for food that you can eat for yourself and give to your siblings, bread. Yeah, it's that real. It's that this world is that. There's people doing that right now today. This world is that real, and that's kind of where my mum came from. And with that as well, she did do some studies. She had to be really resourceful and nifty. She did business stuff. My mom does so many different things, right? But because she wasn't able to focus on her education, right, she's seen her opportunities not be as wide, okay? And then she made one of the ultimate sacrifices and put the children before her, okay? Now, when she has the children, her mindset and her influence that she'll have on those children is going to be, first of all, as a parent, more cautious. And secondly, specific to my mum now, she's not going to understand something like people are making money online with videos. People are playing sports for big money. All she's going to understand is you need to get a job that is any trade that pays, yeah? And all of this funny stuff, music, sport, all this stuff is a nonsense. You need to get a job and get educated. That's going to influence you in terms of you not getting what you want in life, because once that's inputting you so often, it could put you away. It could make you reluctant to actually go for the things that you actually want to go for, because your parents, for example, my parents, are just constantly education. That influence, right, can shake you away from your focus. Yeah. And then you can end up in a situation where you've not got what you want. You've not achieved the objectives that you really wanted because someone's got in your head. And I'm not necessarily saying it in a negative way. I also think at some point in your life, as a man or woman, you need to walk your own walk and bear the consequences. I don't say that in a negative way. You've got to also understand whatever your parents do, they're trying to put their best foot forward, even though they could be completely wrong. And they're going to have to base it on their experiences. Right? But at the same time, that could massively make a situation where you're not meeting the goals that you are setting for yourself. Okay? So that's all 8 of them. We're there. We got there. Thank you. All 0 of you in the live stream. Thank you all very much. We're going to just run through those. So, 8 reasons why you're not getting what you want in life. no particular order. You're not actually going for what you blooming want. You're going for something that you think you can get. You're lowering yourself because why? You think that you can easily get that. More time when you try to do that, you do get it and it's rubbish and you get destroyed 10 times worse. You should be going for what you actually really want and leveling yourself up to get there. Don't be trying to force your way, race to the bottom nonsense. Go for what you want, fail at it, try again, and just keep going and getting yourself in line with that. Don't get yourself in line with the bottom. You don't want to be anywhere near that. Reason number 2, you don't even know what you want. You don't even know what you want, man. Come out. You need to literally come out, man. Take some time out. If you're below age 25, but now, especially if you're a guy, you've gone a bit backwards, it might have to be 35. Take some time out. Whether you need to go take a day trip, not even a day trip, that's not enough. At least 1 week out in some kind of solitary confinement. When I say solitary confinement, I don't mean literally solitary confinement. I mean just time on your own. You could go to, if you've got it like that, you could go to a holiday or somewhere, but you could just spend 5 days, a week out to really analyze yourself and figure out what exactly it is that you want and be real with yourself, because you might just be on overdrive and just talking about things and I want to do that, but do you really want to do that? Sit down with yourself, talk to yourself, think about what you really are about, the essence of you, and focus in on what you actually really want in life. Number 3, you don't even know what it takes to get what you want. You're fighting in the dark. You don't know what you're doing. You're fighting blind. You need to get good people that are on what you're on around you. I've always had people that are on what I'm on when I'm on that thing. And if I'm not on that thing, I'm not around that. You need to be in that mindset because that helps you go from A to B. You don't know what the steps are. More time, right? And if you do know what the steps are, assume you bloody don't. I'll tell you why. Because you don't want to think you know what the steps are. Get to the end where you're working towards, and then you realize that you're in the wrong position. You need that guidance. You need that mentorship. And in a workplace setting, you need sponsorship. That's a big Donny. Yeah, a big Donny, that big gal, that big gal in the corporate team, looking after your interests and presenting them to the wider organization. That's sponsorship, not some uncle with a pot belly sprinkling money on your head top. Yeah. Reason number 4. The reason why you're not getting what you want, reason number 4, is you just don't have what it takes. And for that one, I'm not going to spend too much time on it. You just got to be real with yourself, because to get certain levels of success, people are going to be on you. You're going to get attention, scrutiny. You're going to get haters coming out. It's not for everybody. Be real with yourself, Some people have to step back, and that ends up being a reason why they don't get what they want in life. All right. Unforced errors. Let's talk about unforced errors. That's one of the biggest reasons why you're not getting what you want in your life. You keep making too much mistakes, not mistakes that are, you putting your best foot forward, you trying something new, mistakes that you don't even have to make. Why are you doing that? Why are you getting random people pregnant? Why are you constantly drinking and then you end up in fights? No one asked you to do that. You don't even need to drink. Why are you doing that? Why can't you handle your drink? Why do you have to drive when you drink and cause accidents? Why do you do that? These are all unforced errors added together. You've got all this baggage and nonsense behind you, and now you can't get what you want in life. Too many unforced errors. Cut it out. Okay? You don't have the ability to prioritize. That's another reason. That's reason number 6. You don't have the ability to prioritize. So you keep saying that you want to do these things, and you do really want to do them, and you do have all the steps it takes, and everything's something you need to do. But guess what? You do it like the end of the day. You do it 10 seconds before bed. You don't do it. You say tomorrow. You need to say today. You need to do it now. You need to do it the first thing when you wake up. Prioritize what you want, because that's another big reason why you're not getting what you want in life. Reason number 7, you don't bloody want it. You don't want it. You don't want, you think you want it. You act like you want it. You don't really want it. It's not coming from here, man. You don't want it. Certain times, somebody else wants it for you. You're just playing along with what somebody else has talked to you about. You don't really want it. You're not doing the work at night. You're not doing the work in the dark. When you get to the point where you're doing the work at night and in the dark, that's when you tell yourself and you really want it, okay? So, honestly, that's a big reason why you're not getting what you want in your life. That's reason number 7. Reason number 8, you're too easily influenced. Anyone, there's only one person in your live stream. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? You hear anything from anyone and you're out. Oh, okay, 2 days later, you're out. You're so easily influenced, man. Your parents and everything that they want, you put that in front of you, and then you think, oh, okay, I can't do this now because my dad said no. Get that out of your head. If you keep moving like that, where any influence knocks you off your focus, you will definitely not get what you want in life. And those are 8 reasons. Go sit down, think about it. One of those reasons might resonate. There's ways to kind of counterbalance them, but essentially you need to try and avoid those traps, okay? Thank you very, very much for staying with me so far. On this Easter weekend, Easter holiday, whatever you want to call it. That's right. That is right. That is right. What's next for the channel? Okay, today's live stream is a little bit later. I wanted it to be earlier because I wanted to do more than one. But hey ho, we keep it moving. You're going to get a smorgasbord of different streams in the next couple of days. Yeah, that's right. I said smorgasbord. Go and get your dictionary out. You get a smorgasbord of events coming, live streams coming in the next few days. I'm going to try and double up, triple up. I know I'm behind. I think I'm behind 2 live streams by now. And I keep count. You know what I mean? I don't let myself off the hook. I'm 2 live streams behind right now. The good thing is on Sundays, I'm not supposed to. So if I just do one on a Sunday, then I'm 1 behind. But I'm 2 live streams behind right now. I'm going to try and get busy for you guys. I'm going to get busy for you guys, man, in the next couple of days. So I'm very happy about that. I've got the time to do that, as well as a few other things that I've got ongoing. So a few things in terms of properties and the like. But no, I'm very excited. I'm very excited for the next couple of days. Stay tuned. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. I'm also going to try and diversify the content. Diversify the content. I've only got a couple of videos, so I don't know what diversification I'm talking about. But put it this way, I'm just trying to give you a little bit more content and some different flavors to that. And yeah, look, feel free to give me some suggestions. I know it's quite early to be asking for suggestions, but I'm always open. I'm always open. I do still really want to get to the point. I know it's quite simple to just learn how to get someone in the chat, but I don't know how to do it. So I need to, at some point, be able to sort of do that and get a link in here so that someone could come in and talk and we could have a conversation. Because when I talk about the 8 reasons why you're not getting what you want in life, you might have some more reasons. You might have some reasons that I haven't thought about, you know. It would be really good to have a conversation to see if any of these reasons resonate, and just generally to kind of just have that discussion out in the open, because I think there comes a point where you're thinking, oh, man, like, why is nothing going through for me, you know? And, you know, a lot of the times when you kick back and someone objectively tells you some things, they might resonate. You might be like, yeah, damn, that one. Yeah, you know, I'm kind of just very easily influenced. Yeah, that's got me. You need to kind of be able to rise above, and, you know, when someone just points it out, that's a step in the right direction for sure. So that's me for now. Like I said, more content to come. We are going to finish as we usually do with some positive words. Whether you think words are useless, whether you think this might be cheesy, I'm comfortable with you thinking that. But I think words are really powerful. So I'd like to repeat some words after me. I will be, do, and have everything I want in this life and create my own destiny, because that is my divine will and I've been ordained to do so. I'm going to say it one more time. I will be, do, and have everything I want in this life and create my own destiny, because that is my divine will and I have been ordained to do so. And there's someone in the live stream. They probably ran away like, what's going on here? All these bombs. Yo, I might caught myself in Gaza, the strip. A guy in a suit, there's bombs going off. What sort of a stream is this? Man, I appreciate you. I was just saying, before I was about to exit, you might have a lot more points than I've got here about 8 reasons why you're not getting what you want in life. Please share them. Put them in the chat. Put them in the comments. You know, feel free. I'm a very open person, and what you'll find is, and this will happen, if you ever get to speak to me, which you will, because I'm going to put a link in there soon. Listening is something that I enjoy. I really, really do enjoy listening. I sometimes challenge myself to see what I can pick up on. I sometimes challenge myself to see what I can pick up on that this person didn't explicitly say. maybe it might be what they missed out. That is the key information that I need. But I would love to have a chat or hear from anyone. So, you know, if you've got anything to say, leave something in the comment. If you know who I am, send me a real message. I'm a real Donny in real life. If you want to, in addition, like the stream, dislike the stream, I don't mind either way. Just any type of feedback you want to give, please feel the, I don't know, just do what you want. And I just appreciate anything that you do, because there is right now just two of us in this live stream. You know what? I never like to leave a conversation when there's people in the room. So, I mean, I've got another viewer in here. So, you know what? Do I have to go all night long? If this person stays in here, I might have to actually go all night long. I'm joking. I can't go all night long. Tomorrow's a big day. I've got stuff to do. But whoever's in there right now, I really appreciate you in there. Thank you all for watching. I am out. Peace.